Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video. Now this time it's an initial thoughts video and it's my initial thoughts on this album here, Standing in the Doorway. Chrissie Hynde sings Bob Dylan. Now a lot of Bob Dylan fans will go, oh god, not another Dylan tribute album. Well, it's not quite. Well, it is, but it's not quite. I know Brian Ferry did a full album, as did Joan Baez, as did the Hollies, and I know the Byrds had a compilation album of all Dylan songs, and I'm sure there's other ones as well. But this is 9 songs that were recorded and issued on YouTube last year during lockdown, and it's Chrissie Hynde and James Walbourne. Now, the disappointing fact is, I think it should have been credited to Chrissie Hynde and James Walbourne, because Chrissie obviously sings and she plays a bit of guitar. James Walbourne more or less plays all the rest of the instruments, all the keyboards and the guitars, various different guitars as well. So yeah, it's a pity he didn't get the full credit on here, but still. Okay, first of all I'll show the actual album. There's the front cover, there's the back cover. We'll open her up here. And you do get a nice inner sleeve, so, and it's just on bog standard black vinyl. Yeah, there's 9 songs on this, but the beauty of this is they chose 9 songs that are not overly famous. They're lesser known Dylan songs. There's a couple of very famous ones in here, but mostly unknown. So if I go through the track list, In the Summertime, I think it's from the Shot of Love album. You're a Big Girl Now is from Blood on the Tracks. Standing in the Doorway is from Time Out of Mind. Sweetheart Like You, Infidels. Blind Willie McTell, I believe, is an outtake from Infidels. The most famous song I believe in this is Love Minus Zero, No Limit from Bringing It All Back Home. Don't Fall Apart on Me Tonight, I think, is another outtake from Infidels. Tomorrow Is a Long Time. Now I know it featured on more Bob Dylan's greatest hits. I don't know if it was recorded for that album. Jeff at Calico Silver will be able to tell you. It may have been an outtake from New Morning, or I don't know, John Wesley Harding or one of those. And it ends with the gorgeous Every Grain of Sand, which came from Shot of Love. So his 1981 album actually had 2 songs recorded for this album. So what's it like? Well, it's really laid back and it's absolutely beautiful. Now I do love Chrissie Hynde's voice, so that's a plus anyway. No matter how this album goes, there's no so-called rockers as such. It's all acoustic and it is absolutely gorgeous. It starts off with In the Summertime, which I do have the Shot of Love album, but I didn't recognise the song. I think I've only played it once or twice, and I think it's stunning, absolutely stunning, which makes me want to go back and check all these original versions out. You're a Big Girl Now, I'm familiar with from Blood on the Tracks, and she does it beautifully. The highlight, the real highlight for me, is Standing in the Doorway. Originally on Time Out of Mind. It's quite long. The guitar sound in this is beautiful. It's really sort of echoey, almost Dire Straitsy in a way, with the way that they got the sound from their acoustic guitars. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's mandolins and all in it. It's beautiful, beautiful song. And then Sweetheart Like You from the Infidels is just a stunning version. As I say, all laid back and so relaxing. Blind Willie McTell, yeah, why that was never on Infidels I don't know. It's a really good song. And Love Minus Zero, No Limit. Now I must admit I never watched this series on YouTube last year, apart from Love Minus Zero, No Limit, and she does a very fine job of it. It's not my favourite on this, it's probably my least. It's the one I know the most. This is like a brand new album because I'm not quite as familiar with most of the songs here. Some I am. Don't Fall Apart on Me Tonight I'd never heard before. I believe it's on the bootleg series. I do have a bootleg series, but I can't remember ever playing it. Tomorrow Is a Long Time is a gorgeous song. Now, I'm more familiar with Rod Stewart's version on Every Picture Tells a Story, and it's one of the highlights from that album, and she just does it perfectly. And then finally, probably Bob Dylan's best song of the 80s, Every Grain of Sand from Shot of Love. Absolutely beautiful song and perfectly done by Chrissie. As I say, it's very relaxing. It's like an album in its own right, and there is a beautiful sort of laid back sound to the whole album. It's not as if it's cobbled together with, you know, various different songs all thrown together to make an album. This sounds like an album in its own right, and it's absolutely stunning. And to me, this is the best album I've heard in 2021. Granted, I've only heard about 3 or 4 new ones, but still, this is #1 for me. I think it's great. I've played it 3 times already. After I played it the first time, and this very rarely happens now, I wanted to put it on again, and I did. So I played it twice in a row. Usually I give it a bit of a break, but I had to hear it again. So if you're a Bob Dylan fan, you'll probably think, oh God, not another one. But give it a chance. If you don't like Chrissie Hynde's voice, you know, nobody sounds like Chrissie Hynde, and if you don't like her voice, well, you probably won't like this. If you do like her voice, you will love this, even if you don't like Bob Dylan. That's the thing, Bob Dylan's songs, you know, they're really good to cover, because, you know, a lot of people don't like his voice. It's a bit like me with Neil Young. I don't like Neil Young's voice, but I accept he's a really good songwriter. So I would love Chrissie Hynde to do an album of Neil Young songs. Well, I'm sure it would be fantastic. But if you don't like Bob Dylan, check this out anyway if you like Chrissie's voice. And it just shows what a fantastic songwriter this man was. These songs are not his biggest hits, and they are absolutely amazing. And as I say, Standing in the Doorway, the highlight from 1997, most people think Bob Dylan had gone by Slow Train Coming and that was it. He hadn't. Seriously, his later stuff from 97 onwards is magnificent. I would give this a big thumbs up and really give it a shot. And try it out on YouTube. All 9 videos are there for the 9 songs, and see what you think. I didn't watch YouTube at all before I bought this, so I only knew Love Minus Zero, which I thought was good, but this took me by surprise. This is great. So Chrissie Hynde sings Bob Dylan, Standing in the Doorway. Fantastic album. A big A+ from me. Okay, so those are my initial thoughts on that Chrissie Hynde album. As I say, yeah, definitely recommend it. So that's me for now, and I hope to have another video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.